Another scary breach, folks. 16 billion passwords have been compromised at this time. Wow, this is all over the news, and it's a big deal. But is it really news? Let's talk about that.
Welcome to Tech Topics, brought to you by Cybervenger. We help keep small businesses stay protected and compliant with cutting-edge cybersecurity and IT solutions.
All right, so 16 billion passwords have been compromised. The question is, when were they compromised? Okay, what's hitting the news, the thing that just happened is that cybersecurity researchers have recently discovered a large treasure trove of passwords, a 16 billion password treasure trove across several different databases. Somebody apparently left all this data on an unprotected cloud storage platform. They had harvested this information and are selling it off to the highest bidder, as is commonly done. The interesting thing, though, is it demonstrates the cumulative effect of a lot of little breaches. In a way, this isn't news because these passwords have been breached ages ago and they've been sold off and used. Oftentimes, a breached account will be used to try and breach other accounts, and then you snowball, right? And if you get 10 passwords, 3 of them might have accounts where you can, or email addresses where you can use the email reset feature of some other cloud service to gain passwords there, so on and so forth. And you kind of grow out the number of accounts you have. But all of these are breaches that have happened sometimes years ago, stuff we've heard about in the news. So in a way, this isn't news. This is every breach we've been hearing about for years, compiled into one nasty, scary database that could be sold off. Now, what is new about the scenario is sometimes, and I've talked about this before, the nature of data changes in aggregate. So when you have a certain pile of information, maybe picture a library. 5 books in front of your house is not a library. I mean, it's a cute little stand that people like to do in their neighborhood. Oh, it's a little home library. It's not a library. You don't go there looking for a book. You go there to see what they have and see if there's anything interesting. Whereas a library, you have an idea what you want. You go there. It's organized. It's readily accessible. You find it, and then you can count on it being there, more or less. Large data stores are like this. If you want to do a thing and you want a password, you don't have to first stop and get the password. You just go to this giant pile of breaches, and it's probably in this massive library already conveniently located for you. And that changes the nature of it, weaponizes it. It makes it something that state actors can use. Oh, the big baddies, the North Korean and Chinese and Russians, they all love data stores like this. I guarantee they have them all. So what is one to do? What's the actionable information here? Well, all the same stuff we've talked about. First, two-factor authentication, everything. I don't care how obscure an account you think you have. I don't care if it's a domain name for a website you don't use anymore. Go put two-factor on your GoDaddy account or whatever network solutions or if you use. Go put it on your Facebook. I don't care if you don't think social media is valuable. It can be used to impersonate you, and your reputation could be used to hack other people. Put two-factor on your Telegram, your TikTok. Maybe you're mad at Elon Musk, so you stopped using X. Go back to your X account, schlup some two-factor on that so it can't be used to breach other people. You got to think about these things. Really, cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. Every time we're compromised, we put other people in jeopardy as well, especially when it comes to email and social media accounts. So two-factor everything you could think of. Close down, destroy accounts you don't use. If you really don't think your Facebook account is that important, close it out. There are services out there that help you commit Facebook suicide. Not real suicide, but you destroy your Facebook online identity, and it'll actually help you with that. That kind of thing. The less of a footprint you have out there, the better. The better off you are from a cybersecurity standpoint. So changing your passwords on a regular basis is important. Someone breaches a password of yours from 1996, and you always keep using the password. And I know your people are out there. I know there are people out there using the same password since the 90s. Don't. Never reuse that password. If you change your password in one account, don't just use it somewhere else because it's familiar. Never use it again. And when you make a password, what do? You want it to be memorable and easy to type. So maybe you use your dog and the day you got them, or your kid and their birthday, right? That's terrible patterns. Patterns help the bad guys figure out what your current password is. And even if they don't know exactly what it is because you threw an explanation point and an ampersand on it, that cuts down the work they got to do by a lot. Instead of having a trillion guesses to do, they have maybe 5,000 guesses to do, which is a realistic, a manageable number. If you have a computer trying once every hour and, a couple weeks go by, bam, they're in. They could look at your old passwords and data mine the 16 billion password count and look not only at passwords you used on your accounts, but that other people use. There's a lot of commonly used passwords out there and commonly used patterns. People like to take a random dictionary word, slip a few symbols in it in the year after it, like banana 2025 explanation point, capital B at the beginning. I just made that up. But some of you might be watching this video and go, oh my God, how do you know my password? It's because it's a predictable pattern. I don't know it. I just guessed. Capital first letter and a word, some unrelated word, the year, and some random symbol, usually an explanation point. Incredibly common pattern, and it helps the bad guys guess faster and more efficiently. It takes it down from trillions of possibilities to hundreds of possibilities, or maybe a few thousand. That's a manageable amount for a modern computer. Password management, we go over and over these dry, boring practices, and they're absolutely vital. The 16 billion password treasure troll should be a wake-up call. It's not news, but it's a wake-up call. It should be a chance for us to take stock of just how bad the phishing problem is. Passwords get compromised all the time. The way I see it is someone will call me up and say, hey, they got on my account. It happened. What were you doing right beforehand? Well, I just got in a PDF and 360. I logged into 365, checked the PDF. Whoa, you logged in? Are you sure you logged in? And I've had people that don't understand the phishing. They get a login prompt. It's not a login prompt. It looks like a login prompt from the context you think it's a login prompt. It's right where you would expect to see a login prompt. It's not a login prompt. It is, in fact, a data entry form, and you're typing the username and password and sending it to the bad guy. So, and there's ways to spot that, but if you're not paying attention, you can get caught up in it very easily. Like I said, once a password's been compromised, not only do they have your password in the moment, but even if you change it, now they have some insight into your thinking. They take this and you remove the human from the equation, and now you put AI onto it. I guarantee you, AI password crackers exists. AI is very good at looking at a large data set and picking up patterns through raw brute force. And once you see a pattern and you see tendencies, frequencies of use of a certain thing, maybe somebody really likes cats and they go from, cat would be in one password, feline another, I don't know, whatever, calico and another, whatever, different Angora, different types of cats, they would know to guess for that. So two-factor authentication, rotate your passwords often, use passwords that aren't about you, like change themes. You also want to watch your password reuse. Don't use the same password everywhere. I like to separate my online world and my in-house world. So, my home lab server or our office computers. Home's got one set of passwords. My office computers got another set of passwords. Stuff in the cloud has another set of passwords. Specifically, financial stuff has another password. Like, I don't want to memorize, 500 different passwords. Although I do a lot of that I do that because I have a password manager and I just copy and paste. I don't even know what half my passwords are. They're just stored. They're like 128 characters long. I couldn't possibly memorize them if my life depended on it. I just copy them and paste them using a tool called KeyPass. It's a great tool. I like it better than password managers like LastPass and OnePass. No shade against them, and they have their role. There's a philosophy and an argument for their usage. Personally, I prefer KeyPass as an application. It's GPL license, KEEPASS 2. You can go get that, keypass.info. Again, KEEPASS.info. It's open source, and you store encrypted data files, and then you got to memorize one password for that file. And it could be a long one, should be a long one, because somebody gets your file, they can sit there and bang away at it. No intruder lockout. That is the downside of having a password management file. Someone could attempt to breach it with no intruder lockout because it's not a system, it's just straight data. So you want to have a nice long password. I like sentences because although we want to have, as a cybersecurity researcher, we want to have a random stream of characters that's 128 characters long, it's not practical for the human brain to manage, right? So what you want to do is you want to have something that's long. Length trumps everything, even complexity. I like really long passwords. You could have something like, my favorite food is a banana when it's just a little bit brown. That's a sentence. You can memorize that. And you can type it consistently, because how our brains are wired. But that's a long password, a sentence. My favorite food is a banana, especially when they're just a little bit brown, or whatever. You get the point. Sentences make the best passwords for something like a password file on a KeyPass, and then that's what I use, a long-ass sentence. Good luck cracking that one. But I'll remember it. And I even change my KeyPass every so often. I try to I don't like keeping our files on cloud services, because that can end up as well, Lord knows where. But password management is huge. I've got other videos on it. I don't want to beat it to death here. I just want to give people a quickie. It's already a 10-minute video. I tend to have my videos shorter so people can get through it in the morning. That's really what it's all about. It's just an old breach, set of old breaches compiled in one big massive treasure trove. 16 billion passwords large. This should be a wake-up call for everyone to really get back to the grind of good password management, two-factor everywhere, separate your passwords. That's pretty much it for now. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.
Thanks for watching. We hope this video has provided valuable information to you. Be sure to share this video with other small business owners to spread the word about the importance of cybersecurity. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you want more information about cybersecurity, visit us at www.cyberventure.com.